Hey friends! Today we're making drop biscuits because every time I post these for dinner, I get messages from you guys. You're like, where's the recipe? Okay, so this drop biscuit recipe that I use every time is from the Bread Beckers Red Cookbook, which if you guys don't have this by now, you haven't been paying me and you never buying, because I've been telling you for years this is the best $10 you'll spend. It's on the Bread Beckers website. You can choose media mail. You want it. So I reached out to the Bread Beckers and I said, can I please do a video and post this with your recipe so that other people can have it? And they said, absolutely, because they are givers. All right. So we're going to make some drop biscuits. We're having soup for dinner. What better accompaniment to soup than biscuits? So before we do the actual recipe, let's talk ingredients. So first, 2 cups of freshly milled flour. I'm using soft white wheat. I ground the flour. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link below from a video I did a while back about how to make your own flour. If you're watching this on Instagram TV, over in my saved stories, you can also find a saved story where I show you guys how I make flour. But if you don't have fresh ground flour, words are hard, can you still make this recipe? Absolutely. So if you don't have fresh milled wheat, just use all-purpose flour. 1 tablespoon of baking powder, salt, so we're up to 3 ingredients, 1/4 cup of oil, and 1 cup of milk. It's 5 ingredients, okay? So for the oil, I've used olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, almond oil, avocado oil. Just use whatever oil that your family feels is the most appropriate for you. And then for the milk, I've used cow milk and I've used dairy milk. They both work. All right, so as we start to put our ingredients together, go ahead and preheat your oven to 425. I've got my bowl and I put 2 cups of soft white wheat in here, or all-purpose flour. We need a tablespoon of baking powder. I buy my aluminum-free baking powder 5 pounds at a time. I keep it in my pantry, and then I just keep a mason jar full in my kitchen. So there's 1 tablespoon of that, and then we need a teaspoon of salt. So I'm using pink Himalayan sea salt. And that's all we need as far as the dry ingredients are concerned. And always just put those together and stir them up a little bit. All right, next step, we're gonna add our oil. I'm using avocado oil today. So we need 1/4 cup of avocado oil. Okay, pour that in. And then next we're gonna add a cup of milk. I am using whole milk today, but like I said before, you can totally use non-dairy milk and that works just as good. So pour your milk in too. Then just go ahead and stir it up and make your dough. You don't want to over stir. So we're just going to stir until this comes together. All right, this is about the consistency we're looking for. Not able to be rolled out like a regular biscuit dough, but this consistency is perfect. And then here's your muffin scoop. I got interrupted by a child, so that's why you're seeing this is dirty. And I like them all uniform size, because in the Myers house, fighting over whose biscuit is bigger than someone else's is a real struggle. So then you just, this is a muffin scoop, okay? Amazon, any home store is gonna have it. And then here's my cookie sheet. And I just like, sorry, that was my twang coming out. I like how my biscuits brown on the bottom when I use parchment paper, but you don't have to use parchment paper. And then I just scoop out all my biscuits. I sometimes get anywhere between 8 to 10 biscuits when I scoop them out this way. You could totally use a spoon. You don't need a muffin scoop. This is just my preference. Here we are. I ended up with 9 and a teeny tiny biscuit, and you're gonna put them in your oven at 425 because now it has preheated and it's only gonna take about 10 minutes. And with the magic of video, 10 minutes later, here are our amazing drop biscuits, which are gonna look like this on the bottom with our pretty parchment paper. And I split these just like any other biscuit, and we can spread them with butter or jelly or just eat plain, but let's be honest, they're always better with butter. And they're amazing. If you have any leftover and you need to reheat them, don't reheat in the microwave because they taste like rubber. So just pop them in your oven at 350 for about 5 minutes. Thank you for making biscuits with me. I hope that your family will love this recipe as much as the Myers. I make it at least once a week, usually more than that. It's super easy. Your soup and your family will thank you.